Hello, strangers, and hello, everyone else who is watching. I hope you're all doing well. It's one day till publication day, and in today's video, I'll be discussing the final preparations for the launch, and I'll be reading the first chapter of Empty Nights. Preparation wise, things are going well. I have the first chapter on my screen. I'm going to read to you in just a moment. Empty Night is about two sixth form students called Henry Andrews and Yasmin Rivers, and they both experienced life-changing events shortly before their A-level exams. The book is inspired by my time in sixth form, so that's year 12 and year 13 in the English school system. I know we have several Americans watching. I'm not sure how that translates into your school system, but for reference, the characters are around 17 and 18 years old. The novel is told in a series of website posts, and there is some mild swearing ahead, so you have been warned. Wednesday, 24th of January, 11 minutes past 8. Milton Mills Factory. Dr. West suggested I write a blog to unpack everything, and I need to tell you about my school trip. Does anyone recognise where we are? Mr. Roth asked. We were on a patch of wasteland next to the River Thames. I could see the riverbank from my position at the back of the class. Dead bushes separated the land from the river, and across the water were rows of warehouses. Weeds sprouted out from between the capped concrete that paved the ground. A Docklands light railway train rattled above us on an elevated track, and to our left was a factory, white smoke pouring out of its chimney. The ruins of the old factory lay before us. All that remained was a crumbling wall sprayed with graffiti and several stone pillars. It was obviously the disused factory we'd been talking about in our last geography lesson, but I didn't say anything. When no one, apart from the seagulls, answered, Mr. Roth said, "This is the Milton Mills factory, or it was before it was torn down. Yasmin, pay attention. You need to know about Yasmin. She lives opposite my house, on the other side of the railway line. I used to speak to her in primary school all the time. She used to be top of the class. When we started secondary school, she started to pretend she wasn't smart. We're in different circles now." Yasmin smirked and elbowed her boyfriend Dean as Mr. Roth looked away. Dean's got tattoos of black fire inked up his arms and a broken nose from a fight he had last year in the canteen. In year 11, he was at the bottom of all his classes because he enjoys tormenting others more than learning. The only reason he's even in sixth form is because the school is paid per student. Your task, Mr. Roth continued, is to create a report of why the Victorians thought this was the ideal place to build a factory. This essay will form part of your coursework, so don't waste your time. Keep in mind our distance from the city and the natural resources. He glanced at the river. You have half an hour before we need to head back. I'd actually googled the factory last night, so I knew what I was going to say in my essay. No one in the class grouped up with me, so I wandered around the site for 20 minutes trying to look busy. I looked at the luxury flats opposite, trying to think what I would write in my essay. Balcony handrails literally glistened, and I could see through the sliding doors into these posh apartments. I swear, there was a bloody yacht being unmoored right outside the apartment. There was a rustle from the bushes, and Dean scrambled out, twigs tangled in his hair. He blanked me and marched back towards class, scowling. I glanced down the riverbank and spotted Yasmin. She was walking towards the water, stumbling on the uneven ground. As he adjusted her hoodie, I noticed she was shaking. Yasmin? Either Yasmin didn't hear me, or chose not to answer me. She crossed her arms over her chest and lowered her head, facing the river. I couldn't leave her there, could I? I clambered for the bushes and landed in the riverbank, caking my shoes in mud. I could see the water was lapping at Yasmin's trainers. She seemed to be standing with a hunch in her back. She was surrounded by broken bottles, branches, and other debris. A different girl to the one I once knew. Yasmin? Piss off! She picked up a box between her feet and flung it into the river. I am terrible at comforting people. Mr. Roth is calling everyone back, I said. We're going home. I'll be there in a minute. The box drifted back to her feet. As I approached, she snatched it up. Yasmin, you alright? She turned to face me. Tears had ruined her mascara, and her bottom lip was quivering. My first thought was that she had had a fight with Dean. Then I saw the box in her hand. A pregnancy test. Henry, Admin 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I've never read my work out loud on camera before, so that was a bit different for me. If you've been intrigued enough to buy the novel, there will be a live video happening tomorrow on my Facebook page, during which the book will be published. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the live video tomorrow. Take care, my friends.